How's it going? This is Hoiman, and this week, I don't think there has been much I've done this week. I've still not really worked on my books at all this week. I don't know, I'm just still not feeling the motivation to do it at the moment for whatever reason. So for the most part, I've just kind of just been taking it easy and just kind of manage my anxiety and stuff, I suppose. But I guess the one big thing I did this week was probably beginning to try to get my bus pass. So because I suffer from long-term mental health and depression and stuff, I feel that I might be eligible for a free bus pass. So I've done research online and I had to print out some documents so that I can fill in the form. And yeah, overall it was quite scary because I had to go to the library to print it off. So it's definitely been a long time since I've been to the library, and going there to basically work on a computer and print off some forms and having to ask for assistance to do that stuff was pretty challenging and scary for me, but overall I feel quite proud to achieve it. But now that I've got the form, I just need to kind of read through it and tick the boxes of what I'm qualified for, and then also provide some proof. So this is something that I've not really done before, but I feel that it's definitely something that's worth looking into, just because it kind of make it a bit easier for me to get around to places on my own if possible, rather than always having to rely on my mum and stuff. So yeah, overall I just need to print off some other documents, gather some proof together, and basically go through the form. And yeah, it's slow beginnings, but hopefully it will work out. So for my mood, it's been kind of up and down pretty much for this week. So a lot of the times I have felt quite low due to the kind of intrusive thoughts still always telling me negative things, like turning into somebody else. And this can just be people that I know, people that are close to me, or even just people who I see when I'm out on the street. Like it'll just kind of say things like, I'll turn into that person who walked past me in town, and I don't even know who that person is or what their name is. It will just kind of give me a flash of the image of what that person looks like, and then the voice will just say, I'll turn into that person. So those kind of thoughts always bring me down quite a bit. And yeah, the OCD is still affecting me. It's kind of been affecting me a bit more often this week. Most notably having to walk in and out of rooms and back in again. Usually I'm okay with tackling it, but for whatever reason this week has been a bit more severe. So yeah, it's very difficult to live with that stuff, but I just have to keep listening to the advice I've taken from my doctors and stuff, and continue to tackle them really. And also last week I also mentioned that I have problems with social anxiety disorder, which basically affects me being anxious and shy around other people, basically in social situations. But the biggest thing that affects me is just keeping eye contact. And I mentioned last week that I'm still trying to work on improving that, and the advice I've heard online is that to tackle it is to take small steps. So one of the things is to practice looking into a camera when talking, which I have been trying to do, but I'm sure you've noticed that I do tend to kind of look away quite often. But I'm still trying to tackle that step and actually talk to a camera and looking directly at it. And apparently another advice I heard is that just look at people in the eyes when watching TV programs. So although they're not really looking directly at you, it kind of helps to kind of practice it and look at the person's eyes when you're watching TV or whatever. So I've tried to be doing that as well, and yeah, overall I'm still working on my eye contact skills and tackling the anxiety, but yeah, just have to take it slow and not rush myself. So for next week, last week I mentioned that I was going to get my booster jab, so that will be this week, and I'm actually going to get it later today actually. And to be honest, I'm actually feeling a little bit nervous just because the first 2 jabs I had were AstraZeneca, so this time would be the first time I'll be getting Pfizer, so I'm a little bit worried if I'll get any severe side effects from it. But hopefully it should be fine, and hopefully I'll be able to report on anything that does happen in the next video. But other than that, I suppose I still gotta put up the Christmas tree since we're in December now, but other than that, nothing really comes to mind, so I guess just take it as the days come by. So I guess that's pretty much it for this week, so hopefully I'll see you next Saturday. That's it for this video. My name is Hoiman, and please consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. And remember, always look forward, keep hope alive, and remember, you're somebody.